What is your fitness routine helping you to become? Big and aesthetic like a bodybuilder, strong like a powerlifter, or powerful and athletic like a gymnast? Here's something that I've learned after studying, coaching, and training for the past 20 years. Most exercise programs have value. There's good things about them, but most of them are also incomplete. Most exercise programs are excellent at developing one or maybe two physical qualities. But life demands much more than one physical quality. So have you ever wondered, should I train like a bodybuilder, a powerlifter? Should I do a combination of things, hybrid athlete, maybe Olympic lifting? You're asking the wrong question. The question that you should be asking is, what physical qualities do I need right now? Once I started asking that question, everything changed. So over the past few videos, I've talked about whether powerlifting is functional, bodybuilding is functional, etc. So the answer to both of those questions is yes. They're both incredibly functional for achieving the results that they were designed to produce. But that's only part of the equation. Today's video, I'm going to explain why I combine bodybuilding principles, powerlifting, speed, power, and agility, and calisthenics or muscular endurance type work into one program that I call hybrid strength training, and why this method of training has produced better results for myself and my clients after 40. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Kubitz. I'm the founder of Functional Aesthetics of Eau Claire, and for over 20 years, I've helped busy men get stronger, leaner, and more athletic in a way that helps them perform better in the life that they live, rather than having to build their life around it. So if you look briefly at the different styles of training, powerlifting helps you develop exceptional strength. Bodybuilding helps you increase your muscle mass, providing the foundation to build that strength on. Muscular endurance training gives you more work capacity, so you can have more productive heavy sets in a lifting session. It also helps you to recover faster in between heavy lifting sessions. Athletic training helps you to develop explosive strength, speed, agility, and coordination. So each of these training methods is exceptional at developing the qualities it was designed to produce. That's not the problem. The problem is expecting one method to cover all of your fitness needs. Because life doesn't reward specialization. It rewards versatility. You want to be strong enough to not have to worry about throwing out your back when you're moving furniture, or lifting your kids, wrestling with them in the living room. You want to be athletic enough to not have to worry about pulling a hamstring muscle when you're chasing your kids around the yard or playing a game of pickup basketball with your friends. You want to have the work capacity, the endurance to be able to hike or work all day in your backyard, doing gardening, yard work, cleaning out your garage without feeling wiped out at the end of the day. You want your training to make the rest of your life better, not to have the training itself become your life. And that's a much broader job description than any one single style of training was designed to produce. And this is where I believe many programs miss the mark for men over 40. They ask, what is the best training style? But I don't think that's the right question. The better question is, what am I missing? Because if you lost muscle, building muscle could be your priority. I know it was for me. After high school, I had gut health problems. I lost 30 pounds of muscle mass. So I got into bodybuilding and nutrition as a way to efficiently build back the muscle that I had lost. If you need more strength for your sport, perhaps powerlifting or following a 5x5 program might be the right approach for you. If you find that you're fatiguing too early in your workouts, maybe building more endurance into your training program might be the right approach. At the end of the day, the program should fit the person, their goals, and their life context. That's why I use what I call hybrid strength training. Not just to be different, and not because every workout has to include every discipline, but because every discipline has gaps, and we create workouts to fill the gaps that you need the most. example, bodybuilding helps to build the foundation, the muscle mass, the balance between the different muscle groups. Powerlifting helps you develop force efficiently. And speed, power, and agility, or athletic training, helps you to deliver that force quickly and efficiently. Muscular endurance training helps you to recover faster in between your strength workouts and helps you to be able to do more quality work within the workout. Every different discipline fills gaps that the other one doesn't provide. When structured correctly, they don't compete with each other, they complement one another. Now, hybrid strength training doesn't mean that you're training every single method, speed, power, and agility, bodybuilding, powerlifting, calisthenics, and putting that all together in one workout. Rather, it means we're looking at where your greatest areas of improvement are, based upon your work schedule, based upon how fast you are recovering in between workouts, what your specific goals are, and where the greatest opportunity for improvement are. And then we rotate between. So sometimes we might be emphasizing bodybuilding. Sometimes we might be emphasizing your strength. Sometimes we might need to build up that work capacity so that you improve better in all of the different disciplines. If you haven't been doing any sort of power training, you're starting to lose your elasticity, you're starting to lose your agility, and we can include some athletic training in there as well. So the goal isn't to improve everything all at once. It's to improve everything over time. So when anyone asks me, what's the best way to train after 40? My answer is always the same. It depends on what's missing. Because the guy who's the strongest isn't always the most capable. The guy who's the most muscular isn't always the most resilient. And the man who has the best endurance isn't always the best athlete or even the healthiest individual. The men who stay strong, lean, and athletic for the longest after 40 are the guys who develop all of these qualities at the right time, in the right way, and in a way that supports the life that they're already living, rather than competing with it. That's really what hybrid strength training is all about. Hey, if you're a man over 40 who wants to build strength, muscle, and athleticism sustainably, subscribe to this channel. This is the place where I share tips every week that help men to build muscle, strength, and athleticism in a way that fits the context of their life. And if this video has changed the way that you think about training after 40, go ahead and hit that like button so more men can discover that they don't have to choose between being strong, athletic, or aesthetic. They can have all three. I'll see you all in the next video.